A special thank you to the following sponsor for making this mini-series possible.
Deane. A great welcome back for him.
Scorer of the first Premier League goal, Sheffield United royalty, Dino.
Deane, it's too many good memories.
The guy I always remember when he first came into the team, and lad Roddle, one of the lads that goes where's he said, "Oh, crap, where's he got him from?" I says, "You'll watch him. He's gonna be a flame."
The reason I like Brian Deane is because he scored goals, and memories I remember him is obviously the first Premier League goal.
Cork waiting on the edge of the 6-yard area, and Deane scores!
Everyone was saying, well, he's just going to be a typical old school fashion centre forward. Long ball up to his head and he's going to flick it on, you know what I mean? But Deane's had so much skill.
I'd just come from, well, not just come, but I'd been playing with Fashioner at Villa, at Wimbledon, my first club. And Fashioner was a larger-than-life character, and nowhere near as good as Brian Deane.
Best centre forward I've seen. If he could have got on end of his own crosses, because he was brilliant with crossing ball as well, because he was running, he'd be everywhere. And if he were crossing to himself, he'd have scored even more goals.
Oh, Dino, I mean, 35 grand for Doncaster, probably the best buy Sheffield United's ever had.
His goal against Sheffield Wednesday when we beat him 2-0, I think it was at Bramall Lane, when he nutmegged Chris Woods.
And comes the corner, comes to Deane, he's still got it, it's through Woods' legs, it's there, and that should do it for Sheffield United at 2-0.
The one where he lobbed Grobbelaar. It's not Grobbelaar, yeah, right. We've not lobbed him from halfway line. Absolutely tremendous.
Lobbing Grobbelaar from 50 yards.
Against Liverpool, when Grobbelaar went walkabout, and Dino won the tackle, didn't he, around the halfway line, I think it was, in the end eventually, and then clipped the ball into the back of the net. No, it just hit the back of the net. It was brilliant. I think it was Steve Nicol running back and got tangled up in the net trying to stop it. So that was probably the best moment playing with Dino.
It was a pleasure to play with you, do you know what I mean? I think I had a great rapport with him, do you know what? We had a good understanding of each other's game. position that I played, most of the time I would supplying for centre forwards, you know, trying to get down wing and crossing in, and I think he scored a lot of goals from some of my play.
But he was fabulous. Everything, heading, both feet, he could take a ball from halfway line, drive it, it was just quality.
He was completely different to me, to be honest. He was, you know, tall, gangly, athletic. He went past players with ease, and he scored all different kinds of goals, headers, strikes from outside the box, and used to just brush players aside, and he was exciting, and that's what I liked going to see him. And obviously the main thing, he scored goals, and he was a fan's favourite, so he was my hero at the time.
Lovely, loads of time for the big fella. On the left foot, get in, 1-1.
Ireland again, feeding Deane. This is a chance, and Deane takes it. Hat-trick hero for Brian Deane.
A young gangly kid who looked like a daddy long legs with football at first, and so ungainly to become what he did, and end up getting 3 full England caps. Everybody football knew him, and you could tell. I talked to Razor Hudson, Diaz, a bit of name dropping in. Razor Hudson's a good friend of mine, and I talked to him about Deane, and he says, I hated playing against him. Elbows, he says, oh, his body was sharp, he says, all black and blue, he says, just everything was bony and banging into me, and he said, I used to hate playing against him, just so raw and unorthodox, and he said, I just dread playing against him.
Best player I've seen? Yes, easily. And him and Agana together, just best partnership you'll ever see.
Deane, Taylor with his back to goal, it'll come to Deane to drive it! 1-0 to Sheffield United!
He was a bit of a gentle giant, you know. I came in 1991, so he'd already had 2 promotions with United, and that first season in the first division, so he was well established. But he wasn't a big... It would be wrong to say I expect him to be a big superstar, because that gives the wrong impression of the man, you know. But I would expect him to be more vocal and a big presence in the dressing room. And he, as I say, he was very, very not shy, but just quiet and got on with his own thing, you know.
Just had time for everybody all the time, right up till even last season when we were sat in the stand, and it just always got time for you. Never shunned you, we're never too aloof. He was just the nicest bloke you could possibly meet.
And he's a great guy. I've spoken to him personally a few times, and he's a top guy. You know, people say you should meet your heroes, but he's brilliant. So I'm happy that he's my hero.
I'm Dane Whitehouse. Please subscribe to the Shoreham View.